Alright, I think I got everything settled. Hopefully, I can actually have a video for you all to see on the channel after the stream is over. But, just want to make sure things are good. I have the second screen up on my phone so that way I can actually see the stream. Now that is a very big delay. Should probably change that. But things look to be good. So hopefully they stay good. I do have a special guest with me today, my little doggo. He's currently enjoying a ball with peanut butter and treats in it that he's already eaten the entirety of. Well, there's no way to keep him satisfied. But for all those that were not here yesterday, let me break some things down for you. So, yesterday when I attempted to stream, I picked up where we last left off, which was in Bruma. I had wanted to go to the Fires Guild, so I went there to see if I can talk about joining their ranks, doing some quests with them, the whole shebang. Taking a drink. Couldn't find the leaders, so I went to the steward. Found out that the worn Akaviri katana that we found back in Serpent Sail Trail during the second stream, when we entered Bruma, second or third stream, that was apparently an artifact of the Count that was stolen. So we are now somewhat tasked, as long as we're here in Bruma, to find these long lost artifacts, which is an amulet and some rings. And I also picked up a quest to kill a goblin leader here in Silvertooth Cave. Along the way, we killed a Spriggan in Whitewood Creek. We killed several trolls in the Beast Mall. Stopped at Lakeside Retreat to just see the local area. And we went to Morehouse's Refuge, where we killed a Minotaur. But now we are going to go back up this way and head back to Bruma. And until I want to hear from you all if you know of any big quest lines that happens in Beyond Skyrim Bruma. Do let me know. I will definitely take a look at them. But I do want to at least get started in some type of guild quest line. And maybe even advance Gore's or Arya's quests as well. But that is everything that I did last stream. And speaking of last stream, I don't know what exactly happened when the stream was initializing. It looked like everything was going well. But I noticed in the bottom corner, because I use Streamlabs OBS, I'm on version 1.17.0. And it kept showing a notification that frames were dropping. And initially I thought nothing of it, because on my end everything looked well. Come to find out that once that whole hour-and-a-half stream was done, only 6 minutes of it had actually managed to get into recording it on YouTube, which was the initial starting ramble of the stream. Why am I so slow right here? Oh, because I'm over encumbered. That makes sense. Let me just eat some food. Good. And there's a bear. So, it looks like everything was fine on my end, but in actuality, it wasn't. Frames kept dropping, and for some reason, when I looked back at the raw footage, because I saved the initial footage onto my hard drive that I use to store all my videos, it kept having these weird audio and visual glitches. I'm guessing from where there was a drop in of frames. And so there was no way for me to salvage the original video VOD. So I unlisted it from YouTube, and I'm now doing this makeup stream where I'm just going to go for an hour. Because there's some things I want to do, some other games I want to play. But I do want you all to have some form of experience for Arender this month. That is definitely on me. I should have stopped the stream and done better before, but that's a mountain lion. That is a mountain lion.
Down, you miserable dog.
Cat.
You're a weak.
How did I miss that? I'm close range.
Come on, man. Wait. Don't tell me that was your best shot.
I should probably pick up a lipo. That way I could get faster. Well, what are my traits? Discipline, bows and crossbows still 20% more damage, but have sword reload. I should really get a light bow. Because this heavy bow is not doing it for me. But yeah, I really do want you all to have some form of content for Arender this month. So, but that was on me. I should have stopped the stream much earlier, figured out what was going on, and continue on. Because that's an hour and a half I'm not getting back. That's an hour and a half of content that you all missed. So, I do greatly apologize for it, and I will be doing better. But in the meantime, we're going to turn in quests. Is that an Aelid ruin over there? But hopefully everything is doing well. Everything is looking well. And like I said, you all really didn't miss much on the last stream. It was just me going here, here, and here and killing a few things. Man, I love the view of the Imperial City from up here. I honestly can't wait to one day explore all that.
Meeting a jester. One says to the other, "Does this taste funny to you?"
That's funny. But hopefully I got everything sorted out for when I record Eric, which will be the weekend of the 15th. He should be fine and nothing shouldn't be a problem. I'm guessing this was the saber cat. Not saber cat, the mountain lion's den. But we'll see what we could get up to today in the time that I have allotted. We'll probably go back to Skyrim though. Because that's where all the fun is. Am I on the path to see that? I think we are. Also, leave it to me to pick the longest way around. Frostcrack Spire. I really want to go explore that. And that's a troll. No, that's a werebear. Oh no, Why am I stuck? Oh crap. Oh, gore. Are you alright there, bud? I was not expecting a werebear. Yeah, I have no idea what happened to me there for a second. Dude, how are you alive?
Good morning.
There was a werebear not 20 feet away from you. How did you not get attacked? That's suspect. Right there. Now I'm glad we did go the long way around. Otherwise we would have missed that. So that path will lead me back to the main road, but I want to go up. Even though I have no potions. And there's a regular bear.
How did you like that?
Masked bear. So we've counted a snow bear, a werebear, and a masked bear within the first 12 minutes. What's next? A cave bear? A fire bear? A fire bear would be pretty cool. Oh, another mountain lion.
Happy when I'm far enough away from you that I can smell.
Oh, thank you, Ari, for taking that thing down. Now, this place looks like fun. I do believe this is where, in Oblivion, the Mage's House DLC is. I never experienced it myself, but let's take a look at it. It does look cool. Frostcrag Spire. Now, if I was playing a magic character, this is where I would want my home base to be. And my dog has left the room. I better check up on him in a second. Yeah, Sign of the Mage. That's a big old door. Hello?
Oh there, traveler. What's your business in Frostcrack Spire?
No official business. I just have some questions.
I suppose this is still a College of Whispers cynosure. Or almost one. Fine. Just ask your questions, then make your way out. We don't need Synod spies or vagabonds roaming around the spire.
Fair enough.
Yes? What is your business here?
What are you doing here?
We are here performing important research for the College of Whispers. Now, are you going to get to the point of this conversation, or am I going to have to stand here and repeat myself?
Maybe I want you to repeat yourself. Is there anything you need help with?
Help? Well, since you asked, possibly. I need someone to fix a mistake a member of my team decided to disrupt our busy schedule with. Unfortunately, none of us has had the time to tend to it as of yet. What say you?
It depends. What is it?
This is a strictly confidential matter, so I'll need you to confirm you're willing to help before I inform you of the details. So, what say you?
Very well then, what is it?
Much appreciated. You see, during one of my more eccentric members' early conjuration experiments, she made an error in judgment and attempted a conjuration spell which was beyond her capabilities. While she did successfully summon a scamp, the binding process was flawed, and now the spawn is running wild through the channels.
A scamp. You want me to go kill Scamp?
Aye. It's one of the lesser forms of Daedra. Small, wily spellslingers. Ugly little bleeders. Completely impotent. Might even say
Hey, Rick.
the equivalent of a Synod mage.
Yeah, me neither, man. I honestly don't know what happened.
Man's respite. Start there. And when you find it, return it to oblivion for me. Now go and try not to die.
Well, since I did kill a werebear up here, I think a scamp should be rather easy. Yes, boy. Okay, you want pets. My dog wants all the pets. Alright, hopefully this scamp killing business shouldn't take too long. We'll explore this place on the way back. Okay, we just need to go down here. And it looks like the best way to get there would be fast around to Whitewood Creek and then traveling back up. Yeah, we'll do that. But yeah, Rick, I honestly still have no idea what exactly happened there. Yeah. He's just a happy little boy. But yesterday's stream, pretty much nothing really happened. And there's another troll. It's like yesterday's stream, all I did was kill some trolls.
They see while you die, coward. You're weak.
Yeah. Famous last words. I've killed worse than a scamp. Hey, get down from there. I had to put up my cat's food, and my dog was eating it. Here, have this little chew stick. It'll be fine. At least I might have some stronger arrows for this troll. Oh, I have a staff of fireballs from the goblins. Yeah, Gore and Ari are actually pretty good combos. I love that I just spammed that fireball staff I got from killing the goblins yesterday. But I'm gonna change the audio settings real quick. That was a little too loud for me. I haven't gotten Millennia yet. I'm debating on saving her for Eric's tale. I know I'm going to get Remy. Next episode of Eric, I'm going to get Inigo. Yes, I spammed that mouse button for the life of me. I would have used fire arrows, but I ran out yesterday killing trolls. Which, that's the one thing I wish I was able to recover from the stream was all the combat encounters. But it was just beyond saving. I honestly have no idea what exactly happened. Because even the backup file that I have saved on my computer, it was just horrendous. And that's 2 Minotaurs. Not one, but two of them. Alright, Ari? Gore, I hope you two are ready, because I have no health potions. Yeah, that does fit.
Threats to my life.
That is a very valid point. But I also feel that Remy would be a pretty good companion as well, given how she has a lot of knowledge of cultures that Eric doesn't, and that's one thing he does value, is learning other people's experiences and sharing his own.
Entering in my back, blood. Ugh.
Now, as for Gore, yeah, that used to be me all the time with Skyrim. I get a new idea, I start. New idea, start. That's also me with writing. I have some problems. That really took me over encumbered. It's a good thing I have a lot of strange meat. But with Gore, I think him and Eric, while they would work well, they share too much of the same role in combat. And I would very much like to have the party be a little bit diversified. Which is why I'm debating on getting Ari as well for Inigo. Plus, with Remy and Eric's backstory, he knew this Redguard woman by the name of Reyna, and there's our mentor. And I will be expanding upon this Redguard in the future, but TLDR, she took Eric under her wing when he first left Skyrim for Hammerfell. In fact, the first time they met was on contract, where Eric was pretty much watching over this Imperial. Yeah, that's another thing.
Don't ever seem to get tired. Throwing themselves on my sword.
Gore's very much more of a dishonorable mindset for Eric. Although, I don't know if Gore's questline would change that. Because I've never used Gore before, hence why I'm using Erendur as like a testing ground of sorts. But going back to Reyna, Eric and Reyna met on contract in Hammerfell during the first few months he was there. He was in while watching over his charge, which was this old Imperial veteran. Words were said and a brawl went out. Reyna managed to help Eric and his charge get out of the inn, to which he was very grateful the next morning once sober. And from there on, they adventured Hammerfell together up until 6 months before the start of Skyrim. That does make perfect sense as well. Yeah, I'm definitely going to have to get Milena for Eric. Because that has just a lot of sense right there. Hey, how far is this scamp? Okay, we're getting close. But I am very much excited to record the next episode for Eric. It's definitely going to be a lot shorter compared to the first one, where I had to set so many things up. But there's going to be a little bit more of a slow burn. Why am I so... Okay. Wave 2, that's not really laying me down. 5 weight, jeez. Link need a pets again. Do I have a potion that fortifies my carry weight? No, no, I do not. Don't judge me with the skooma, okay? Yeah, I love diving deep into the psyche of my characters. I really want to get into their head and find out who exactly they are and how best to portray them. And Eric, I will say, he's kind of a variation of a character I've always had in my mind for a very long time. Oh crap. Gore, you take the lead. How am I missing? Link, I know you want pets, but now it's not the good time.
Thought you'd actually put up a fight.
Hey, boy.
Pathetic.
Yes, yes, he's just the happiest dog in the world. Hey, an Ayla dagger. That's neat. Is it better than my orcish one? 36 damage. 32. No, it's not better. I will be taking that health potion. I've distracted the Link with ball. That should keep him busy. Don't really need to stop a fireball. Okay, Gore, I need you for a moment.
You alright?
Yeah, I'm alright, buddy. I need to trade some things with you.
Yeah, sure.
I need you to carry this, this, and this. That looks so ridiculous with him. I love it. Alright, a shrine to Vermina. Neat. That's a lot of blood. Alright, I guess it's just here for looks. So, if you're role-playing a character that worships Vermina, there's a shrine to her right in the center of Bruma. I'm guessing that's left over. I bet that's the exact spot where the shrine is in Oblivion. Man, I really need to replay that game. Did you lose your ball? How did you lose your biggest ball under my desk, boy? Oh, you did. It's just one strange little dog. You know that? I don't know what you got, but you can have it. And to all those that's wondering, my dog is an Australian Shepherd. He just turned 1 this past December. I love him to death. I wouldn't want to experience life without him now, both me and my wife. But sometimes he's just a little too crazy. Okay, you can play with the string on the cat tree. Yes. That is a very perfect time to replay Oblivion. And I am happy that the rumors of a Oblivion remastered by another company is not actually happening. Yes, he is certainly a chaotic handful sometimes. He just looked at me and just smiled. as he plays with a string from the cat tree that he pulled from the cat tree. Yes, I'm talking about you. I love you very much, boy. Okay, where am I going? Okay, I'm almost to the quest marker. And that's a dead body. Is that bow better than my current one? No, no, it is not. Alright, well, I know better than to take a bow into a very small window, so hopefully this goes well. Oh, jeez. Yeah, just right there by the door, expecting me to come in. Now let's loot this place blind. Marksmanship lessons. Oh, they got moon sugar in here. They were partying. They were partying. Can I not speak? They were partying it up in here before they died. Well, I guess that's everything. I'm afraid of what he's thinking about right now. Alright, let's just fast travel back to Frost Crag. Hey, you there.
Yes? What is your business here?
You should know my business here. I killed the scamp for you.
Yes, I already know. I asked a little friend of ours to watch over you and make sure you followed through. Well done. Here's some gold. Now, if you'll excuse me...
What do you mean you want... Hold up.
This territory belongs to the College of Whispers. What brings you to the top of this frigid mountain?
You're telling me you had someone trail me? Why didn't you have them help me with a bunch of Vermina worshippers? You know what? Yeah.
See you around.
See you around. This place is cool. Too bad I'm not a magic character, because we will never see it again. Yeah, maybe a little bit of both, maybe not. I try to do a different voice for Eric. I actually tried to learn a little bit of Swedish. I tried to throw in the accent I use when learning the language into Eric. And tried to do my best to portray someone of a more northern trail. By throwing my voice out when I accentuate a little bit of words here and there. Or even growing my R's the best I can. But it is a shocking difference between my actual speaking voice and the more older, wiser, Norse-inspired character that is Erik Odesson. That's why I don't want to do a voice for Arender at the moment, because, well, I don't know what to base that voice off of. And in the future, when I do mini roleplays in between the larger seasons for Eric, where I take a look at the quest lines that he would never do, I just don't know. Okay, I do understand that. And I will say I didn't practice Swedish first. I actually practiced Norwegian, Norsk. I just went to Swedish afterwards. So by that logic, when I try to learn a language again, it may very well be Danish. I just love how there's just a little bit of iration between the Danes and the Swedes. Even though for like, I want to say it's been a while since I looked at the history, that the Danes were actually overlords of Sweden for like 200 years under the Kalmar Union. So maybe there's a reason why there's some bad blood between the Danes and the Swedes. Possibly. We will have to see. And you are a big boy. You're a very big boy.
Let that be the end of it.
Okay, Rick, I'm gonna take that as a bet. I'm gonna start learning Danish here in a little while, and I will say one full sentence in Danish, and I will surprise you on stream. I may also end up forgetting, so don't hold me to that. Link, why? Why are you so intent on destroying the cat tree? You have multiple balls and toys in here. Why are you picking on the cat tree? You're lucky you're dang cute. There he is again, just smiling away. Like, what cat tree? I love that. I love that little law. It's like, no one's ever actually going to use that law. But the fact that it's there. It's like that one adage. There's a reason why there's a warning sign for anything. It's like, if someone does it once, multiple people are going to do it. It's like over here in Kentucky. There's a actual law where it is forbidden to have a ice cream cone in your back pocket. And the reason for it is Kentucky is very much big on horses. One of our chief exports is horses and coal. And back in the day when horses were more common to have out on the street compared to cars, was people would put ice cream cones or any kind of sweet that was safe for a horse to eat, put it in their back pockets, and they would lure them away with it. So they had to make an actual law prohibiting that. And my dog is about to destroy the house while Gore chases away an ogre. Yeah, and it says a lot to the relationship between Denmark and Sweden because that law still exists and still active, even though no one might ever use it. The fact is there says a lot. You good, Gore? Good.
I'm not dead yet.
Well, my dog's about to be if he keeps destroying the cat tree. All right, I'll be back in a second. I'm gonna put him up real quick. All right, I'm back. And while we're still kind of on the topic of weird laws, real quick, I just want to do a quick Google. All right, from a very quick Google, thanking Google generative AI, so take some of these with a grain of salt. But it is referencing the Kentucky State Law Library. And here is a few laws here in the state of Kentucky. For instance, in Owensboro, which is on the western part of Kentucky towards Mississippi and Indiana, a woman cannot buy a hat without her husband's permission. The hat must also look good on him. Why that is a law, I have no idea. In Lexington, it is illegal to carry an ice cream cone in your pocket. The law originated when horse thieves used ice cream to lure away animals. The law I was talking about a second ago. In Franklin County, it is illegal to trade horses after dark. Why is it illegal to trade horses after dark? The world may never know. In Frankfurt, the state capital, it is illegal to shoot off a police officer's tie. Now, I don't know about you, but if you are that good of a shot to shoot off a police officer's tie and not kill them, you need to go into some sharpshooting competitions. Or you're getting thrown to jail for manslaughter, one of the two. In Danville, the mayor must appoint 3 housekeepers to the Board of Tax Supervisors each year. I don't know why. And also, Kentucky's blue law prohibits most commercial activity on Sunday, which we do live in the Bible Belt, so that makes a little bit more sense. If you're a Christian, Sunday is the Sabbath. So that makes a little sense to me. But what gets me is the one about Frankfurt, and you will be thrown to jail if you shoot off a police officer's tie. Yeah, that makes a little sense. when the woman gets tired of wearing the hat. That makes a little more sense. But the fact that a woman can't buy a hat without her husband's permission is the more sexist thing about that law. And here's another one for you. In London, Kentucky, it is illegal to have intercourse on a parked motorcycle. Anyway, let's get back to some LoreRim, shall we? And that's just a few of the laws. Yes. Up until... It really depends on the country. Yeah. Yeah, Uman, you joined in a stream where we are talking about weird laws in our countries. For me, specifically in the state of Kentucky, where I am from. Yeah, and that is in London, Kentucky, which is about 2.5 hours from where I live. Yeah. We're a little wild, though. Oh, Ulam, since we're in the discussion of weird laws, I would love to hear some from your state. You don't need to give your exact location, but just hearing a few of them would be great. Like Rick here, he lives in Denmark. There is a law where once the ice kind of builds up a bit, he can go and just beat a Swedish man with a farming tool. Oh, Ohio, ooh. My nana, my grandma, lived in Ohio for several years. I would love to hear some of these. According to Ohio law, it's against the law to kill a housefly within 160 feet of a church without a license. Wait, what? What do you mean is against the law to kill a housefly within 160 feet from a church without a license? So you gotta get a license to kill a housefly? Hey, Noble. We're talking about weird laws in our states. And for Rick's case, the country of Denmark. Hey, Hoster, drum your look. This may honestly just turn into a stream where we're just looking up dumb laws in our countries, or states, if you're in America. Running out of gas is prohibited.
Death comes for you.
I mean, if you're running out of gas, you got a bigger problem.
What kind of drinks they have down in Bailey?
Fermented meat juices mostly. Though there
See, am I getting close? Yeah, we are.
some that are made with milk and honey.
Now, Noble,
Delicious.
I know you are from West Virginia.
See,
I know for a fact there's at least one law that is crazy over there. Yeah, you gotta love the United States law system. It is beautifully messed up. I am running normal LoreRim. You're welcome, Rick. You're welcome that you got the realization that American laws are crazier than Danish. I mean, you guys are allowed to just go across the Baltic Strait and just beat a Swede with a farm tool. You could just be a Swede with a hoe. And I just realized that that can have many more connotations to that. Do with that statement what you will. Why is there just a random dog? Who are you, boy? Let's go find your master. Bro, you didn't. Someone clipped that from Rick. He did not just oust himself like that. I'll get to your comment in a second, Noble. Rick, you're in the doghouse tonight, man. So, Noble, it is illegal to whistle while underwater. It is illegal to whistle while underwater. I believe you'll have bigger problems if you try to whistle while underwater, my dear friend. Not as big as Rick, though. I'm sorry, man. On closer inspection, the dog appears heavily bruised. There appear to be patches where he's lacking fur, as though it has come out. In addition, he appears to have some cuts, scars under his fur. The bruises don't seem like they were caused by a local wildlife. His collar reads Scruffy, owned by Baroness Jones of Bruma. It seems Scruffy might not have been treated very well by his former owners. Alright, everyone, we have a new mission. We are going to kill Bonus. And great, there's the frost roll. Alright, Rick, you know what the plan is. Oh crap, I gave them to Gore. Gore!
You alright?
I need something from you.
Bird and blood. I got you. Nice front.
Dude! Rick, you're just digging that hole deeper for you. You're just digging a deeper hole. I'm sorry, Noble. But what was that? I saw it up on my screen just for a half second. What did you say? That is very strange. Why specifically cornflakes? That's what I want to know.
Greetings, friend. I'm not sure if you are aware, but this is a royalty-only byway. And since you don't look like royalty, you have to pay the toll.
Why only so women can just go away with that scot-free, Noble? Yeah, you still to take that home. Your wife sounds like my wife, to be honest. Oh, I hope. Wait, she's not going to ever watch this stream. She's currently at work at the pediatric hospital. I'm scot-free right now. But baby, if you do watch this stream, just know I love you as sure as there's stars in the sky. Okay, Rick, I might have to crash on your couch for a bit. I'm not gonna give you anything.
Oh, really?
Draw your weapons to us.
Another word. Talk to you later.
Down. Smell. Ugh.
Hey, Zarin, you have joined a very strange chat right now. We are discussing strange laws in our countries or states of origin. And West Virginia seems to be the winning the case right now. Rick, my man, my pal, my brother in Christ, if you are a Christian. You really need to stop digging right now. Because at this point, you're going to end up in China, my friend. You just keep digging more and more. Okay, we will walk away.
Leave now.
So going back, why is it illegal to sell cornflakes specifically on Sunday? I just want to know why specifically cornflakes. Ben & Jerry's is always good. A lion, a tiger, or a leopard. An Alderson. I'd be more amazed if you get a lion or a tiger, one on a leash, and an Alderson. That would be the more impressive thing. The fact you got it on a leash to begin with and did not die. You gotta have that caveat, and did not die. Yeah, probably the whole church thing. I mean, I get the Sunday part. It's specifically cornflakes, though. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to figure out. Why just the cornflakes? And how did I end up going the wrong way? Funny you should mention that, Rick. For a long time, but it was either potatoes or tomatoes that were considered the devil's fruit. And the sole reason was the fact that there's no mention of the potato in the Bible. You could go to jail for 6 months for mocking someone who refused to do a dare challenge. So if you're playing truth or dare with someone and they pick dare and they refuse to do it and you mock them, you're the one that gets in trouble? What kind of redneck logic is that? And I bet you, Noble, the person that came up with that law was mocked for refusing to do a challenge. Everyone here would have life sentences. No, I just love how all this talk of weird laws came about Rick's pure hatred for anything Swedish. I'm sorry. Why? Because you know some people actually like... I bet that's why some people got a little too excited seeing women in patent leather shoes in public. You know why. How would you get a fish drunk? You just go down to the local pay lake, catch yourself a 5-pound bass, put it in a bucket, drive it back to your house, and stuff it into a tank full with beer? Is that how you get a fish drunk? It's like, oh, hey, Bobby, let's go down to the pay lake and get us some fish and get drunk. Oh, geez, Bill, isn't that legal? Legal, Smeagol. Let's get fish drunk. You just gotta love the stupidity that we have sometimes as a society, as people. Because dumb laws do not just stay here in America or even in Denmark in recent memory, as we've all well known. Back in the medieval period, there were these things called sumptuary laws, where the king would tax a person for wearing clothes that were too high of their station. And if you couldn't pay the fine, you would then be thrown into jail. The thing is, people would end up paying the fines more often, so it just proved that they were rich enough to be wearing the clothes that they were wearing to begin with. So let me get this straight, Noble. You could commit adultery, which, on the Ten Commandments, is something that you should not do to begin with. You would be fined $20. Yeah, wild money loop. It's like, that just goes to show that dumb laws is not a modern invention. We have been doing this since society was a thing. You gotta love the human race. The fact that it says in Alaska, Rick, and it's coming from you, I almost believe that it was a law in Denmark. But yeah, Alaska checks out. Hey, you.
Excuse me, but it is! That's Scruffy! I've been missing him for so long!
Oh, you're a kid.
He ran away and... well, I'm glad he's back.
I examined Scruffy and he seemed hurt. Why? It is illegal to operate or participate in a game of bingo while under the influence of an impairing substance in North Carolina.
So nice and all, but do they work?
That just doesn't sound like a fun bingo game. Yeah, I'm glad you're doing well, Zorn.
Oh, well, sometimes Dad accidentally bumps into Scruffy or drops things on him.
Oh, so it's their dad
He
who's a
doesn't mean
terrible
it.
person.
I promise he doesn't, but, well, he's getting old and his eyes aren't so good.
Actually, I don't. I'm running LoreRim on normal settings. I just upgraded to a Ryzen 7 5700X, and I have a MSI 3060 as my GPU. Do you think that is best for home for Scruffy then?
What? Yes, you have to understand, Scruffy is my dog. He's my best friend and I can't... No! You can't take him away, please!
I don't want to take away this boy's dog. What do you guys think? Do you think we should find Scruffy a new home or let Barnes keep him? In Kansas, it is illegal to drink wine from teacups, which I'm completely in agreement with. Yeah, I'm in agreement with that too. How is the Steam Deck, by the way? I don't have it, so I'm curious to see how it actually runs stuff. Because if it can run Crusader Kings 3, then I may have to get it. But what do you guys think? Do you think we should let Bannis keep Scruffy or find him a new home? I mean, the boy just wants to do well by the dog. It's just his dad's a horrible person.
Until next time.
Yeah. Oh, good. And yeah, I do like the Switch. I need to finish Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. I don't know what it is. I just can't finish that game for the life of me. And I love Breath of the Wild to death. I have questions as well. Are there camel? Are there just wild camels in Arizona? If you're having trouble with LoreRim, I highly suggest going to Biggie's Discord, the modding bungalow. And he even has a video on his YouTube channel to help people install it. As for the Steam Deck itself, I got no idea, man, where I'm running it on a regular desktop. I wish I could help you, Zorn, but I can't. But yeah, camels in Arizona. Now I'm curious. Oh, here's something that'll blow your mind, Rick. There are armadillos in Tennessee, which is a state just south of me. Alright, we're gonna get Bonus's dog.
Ran away and... Well,
Here, keep
glad
Scruffy.
he's back. Thanks. Thank you so much, stranger. I'll take good care of him. I promise. Dad gave me some pocket money. Here, have some.
You're welcome. Scruffy, you be a good boy. Let's go turn this quest. It is illegal to burst into spontaneous dance. It's okay if it's not spontaneous, though. I'm pretty sure that has to be a direct response to the dancing plague. Like, that has to be direct response to the dancing plague. Which I have no idea how that became a thing, too. The noble, a lot of people owe a lot of people money. I know some of my friends definitely owe people money, if that's the case. One guy in particular owes to say a lot of money in that case. Apparently, Sweden also have a law making it illegal to name their child that pronounced How is that pronounced Albin? I believe I did in the first stream. I didn't with Eric, but I believe I did with the first stream with Arendor. Hey, Steward. I took care of the goblin in Silvertooth Cave.
Excellent work. The people of the county can rest easier tonight. Here is your well-earned reward from our treasury.
You're welcome.
Until next time.
But if you are curious about the character creation, I will show off here in a little bit. Just let me get out. A person cannot hold office in West Virginia if they have ever participated in a duel or trial by comp. Is dueling still allowed in West Virginia?
It's so big and echoey in here. Makes me want to shout. Ah!
Ari almost peaked on the stream. She almost peaked on the desktop audio for the stream levels. That was beautiful. Okay, I guess we're going to end our adventures with Arendor today here, but I will show off the character creation. I love that Ari almost peaked on the stream levels. That was just beautiful. The Wood Elf follower I have. So Zorn, this is just for you. Unless anyone else has an idea for a character. I have a Nord, I have a Dark Elf, and I have Erendor, who's a Wood Elf. Suggest me a person to create, and I will create them. I am excited for Sky Oblivion. Orc? Anyone else? We have one for Orc. We have one for Orc. Can I get two for... Can I get Khajiit? Can I get Khajiit? Can I get Khajiit? I haven't thought about Arn. I haven't thought about Fangdal. I don't think I've been to Riverwood though, so we will definitely pick him up. She will tear into him? Nice. Female Imperial. We have one Orc. We have one Female Imperial. We have a Khajiit. Can I get a gender? Can I get another race that has been named? We have Orc. We have Imperial. We have Khajiit. Can I get... What can we get next? Can I get a majority? I'm sorry. Dueling is still allowed in DC, in the District of Columbia, the capital of the United States of America, and trial by combat is still legal in the US. I'm sorry, what? Okay, I wonder, how can I set up a poll? Let's see if I can set up a poll real quick. I don't think I can. I will try and figure it out. Okay. I'm going to pick a number. Here. I got an idea. I got an idea. That is showing the wrong screen. Okay. that is wrong screen. Okay, here we go. I got set up. So, none of you saw that. Here is how we're going to do this. We got female Khajiit. We have an Orc. We have female Imperial. And we have a male Argonian. So, if there is any more suggestions, I will spin the wheel, and whatever it lands on, that is the character we will create for Zorn. So, if you have any more suggestions, you have 1 minute to get them in the chat. And while that is going on, let's look at Weird Laws of Kentucky again. Okay, we have male Ultimer, female. I almost put dumb bummer. Female Dunmer, female Breton, In Kentucky, you cannot throw flowers at a public speaker. No matter how captivating their speech may be, Kentucky law says you cannot throw flowers at a public speaker. You can stand, applaud, you can even shout amen, but apparently tossing a fragrant rose is a step too far. You also cannot throw rotten eggs or tomatoes at speakers, no matter how bad their jokes are. Everyone knows tomatoes are best when slathered with mayo. Slathered with mayo, what? Okay, between two slices, but okay. Okay, if you're just putting mayo on tomatoes, that's weird. No, you can't throw rotten eggs or tomatoes. Can't. And there's the hat law. For anyone who does not know, there is a denomination of Christians known as the Pentecostal Church. And they get the rap of being snake handlers. If you worship a higher power, you have to keep snakes, lizards, crocodiles, and turtles out of it. Kentucky law KRS 437.60 says if you use a reptile of any kind during a religious service, you could be fined up to $100. That is funny. This has to be among the weirdest laws in Kentucky. All these are coming from Cheryl's laws. Hi, hello, bye. We don't care about you. Get out of here. We are looking at strange laws. Let's say you're riding along minding your own business and you spot a 10-point buck grazing in a field. Before taking aim at your next big meal, you must first stop your vehicle. The same applies if you're flying in a helicopter, riding on a scooter, or hitching a ride on a semi. You simply cannot hunt while in a moving vehicle. Unless you've spotted a whale. The only exception to this law is if the elusive game animal you're after is a whale. I'm sorry. For all of you who live outside America, let me just get Google Map here. This is Kentucky. This is a landlocked state. And the only river, major river, is the Ohio River and the Mississippi River, which is all the way over here. So it is legal to shoot and kill a whale in the state of Kentucky from your moving vehicle. Everything else is off the table. But it is perfectly legal to kill a whale from your car. What the heck? Yes, the infamous Kentucky whale. That is actually a law here in Kentucky, except it's just strictly forbidden. I'm sorry, what now? Under this law, KRS 4360.140 was recently repealed. Bikini wearing women weighing between 90 to 199 pounds, very specific, could not walk down a Kentucky highway without an officer or other professional guarding them. The weight restriction seems a bit odd, but we're sure lawmakers' intentions were in the right place and focused on women's protections. If I don't get some kind of flag from YouTube from this stream, I don't know what will. Oh, 3 times is the limit on marriages. No word on why anyone would ever consider doing so, but it is against the law for women to try to marry the same man more than 3 times. One may think the relationship would be punishment enough. Wow, whoever wrote that, they were out for blood. See you in a little bit, Zorn. You're sober unless you can't stand up. I love this crazy state that I live in. The whale one definitely threw me for a loop. He's like, just why? Just why the only exception are whales? That's the only thing I want to know. Why is the only exception whales? But anyway, we got the votes locked in. So currently we have female Khajiit, female Imperial, male Argonian, male Altmer, female Dunmer, female Breton, and Orc. Let's spin the wheel, and whichever one it lands on, that is going to be eliminated. And we will keep spinning until we're down to just one. Alright, female Dunmers have been eliminated. Let's roll again. Orcs have been completely eliminated whatsoever. Yes, you'll never know when you see a whale going down the Ohio River in the afternoon. Like, you're just cruising alongside the Ohio River, and then you spot white whale. It's like... And then, of course, you get your 12-gauge shotgun, and you just pump a few bullets into that thing several times until it's creaking over in the middle of the Ohio River. Reminds me of a news story we had several years back here in Denmark. A whale in the middle of Jutland with no oceans for 77 kilometers. A dead porpoise was found in the forest. No one knew how it got there. I don't see a whale in the middle of the Ohio with my own 2 eyes. And also, Jutland, correct me if I'm wrong, Rick, isn't Jutland like the little peninsula that's just connected to Germany? Like that little peninsula north of Germany. Is that Jutland? I don't know if off the top of my head. Alright, down to the last 2 options. I guess we'll just spawn places. Alright, it looks like we're making the male Argonian. Good to be back. Alright. So, here we have the elusive Argonian. That is just funny. To me, Rick, that is just funny. Let's see. Isn't there just a randomized button I can hit? Yeah, no, but you're really happy that the Argonian won out. We have your lake whales, you have your forest whales, you have your mountain whales. In Skyrim, you have the sky whales, which apparently are a thing in the lore, but Bethesda did not include in the game, which would have been very cool to see. Look at the amount of feathers on that dude's head. Okay, we're going to use this as a base. Can't forget desert whales. Oh yeah, let's just look at the presets for Argonians. So I haven't looked at them yet. Let's see. This is a male Argonian preset by Carl. That just looks like a Chinese dragon. Yes, we are keeping the afro. That afro is glorious. We'll probably just go with this preset, but I won't look at the other two. That dude looks like a fish. Straight up, this looks like a fish. I don't know if that's racist towards Argonians. We're keeping it in. And that's more of a fish. hang on. We're gonna go with this guy, but we need to have the feathers. There are some fish Argonians in Black Mars. I did not know that. Yes, here we go. The long neck afro. I also love the look of the eyes. Those are very blue eyes. I love them. And we're keeping the little mustache. Like that right there is just very cool. We're keeping that. All right. What are we going to name this Argonian? Any suggestions, my friends? Ralph. Ralph it is. Look at his feet. Like, I never noticed his feet before, but look at that. Here, let me I'm getting photo mode here. Look at that toe! That can kill, man! I don't know what's going on with the FOMO, but that toe can straight up kill a guy. Man, an ingrown toenail must be painful for him. Raptor feet can she get feline hind legs as well. That's cool. Yeah, I got the bird feet. Dude's bird up.
Approach, my child, and choose where your new life shall begin.
So, for all those who haven't played LoreRim yet, I'm going to show you how you can get to level 12 very quickly. And if you recall the first stream, I actually chose, like the first stream I did for LoreRim, not for Ender, but for LoreRim in general, I actually chose a Necromancer in a secret location.
Of the undead necromancer.
And that is where we're going to get pretty high levels very quickly. We'll just go choose starting gear. I got no idea what I'll use Ralph for. I will leave all that for you to decide at some point. Really? Yeah, that makes a little sense. I'm still on version 3.0.18, and I probably will be for the foreseeable future. Because personally, there's just not that much interesting content for me in version 3.1 or 3.2 that brings a lot of big changes that I can see. And where I did just start Eric, I would like to keep some sense of stability, especially where those aren't safe yet, or safe in general. But I will say in the future, I will probably definitely take a look at 3.2 or whatever comes next after Eric's series is done. And we'll go grab this pike here, because I've never grabbed a pike before. And we'll just finish it off by getting a bunch of money. Yeah, I'm happy with the version that I got right now. I'm sure the quality of life stuff is excellent, but right now I'm just happy with the version I got. Yeah. I will say, if, say, Beyond Skyrim Cyrodiil is in a future big update for LoreRim, I will probably jump ship to that, because that would just be absolutely amazing. Okay, I didn't mean to take all that. But yeah, let me show y'all how to get levels ridiculously fast. I'll also grab all those books. So, if you are new to LoreRim and you're still on, yes. So, if you're still on a version of LoreRim that has the Necromancer start option, you just go through the entity, you grab all you can, and then you come to the top part to Blackreach. You don't go out the front door. That is the key thing. Do not go out the front door. I love how we're just collectively creating lore for Ralph. But yeah, he definitely has that, a feat. There is no build for this guy in mind at the moment. I'm just showing you guys how to level up quickly. We can worry about the build later. Let's see, the history is a race of divine sentient trees. Most Argonians are dedicated to the Hiss as hatchlings. Improve attributes after meditating. I'm sorry, what now? We're gonna go with the Hiss for now. So, he just collects toes. So this is how you level up very quickly. You get the crossbow, you go outside, you make sure you come into the observation tower. You do not go out the front door. And then, you just aim the crossbow into where there's a bunch of enemies and just go until you have no more bullets or all the enemies are dead. And the reason we do not go out the front door is we're funneling everyone to the front door to gather them all in one place to get massive amount of XP. This is how Rebel Radio, I believe, at the beginning, got all his builds up to a very high point very quickly. So if you're still on LoreRim 3.0, yeah, the crossbow aiming out mashing, it's just beautiful. You can see nothing out of the whole screen. I love it. Alright, we might have a problem. We might have a slight problem. But yeah, if we level up now. Alright, I'm on survival mode. Crap. I am part of the Discord, I just have a tendency to go stealth mode a lot, where I just don't talk. It's a problem, I will say. Alright, if you guys are fine with it, I'm just gonna toggle God mode so I could get out here. Ow. Ow. Fair enough. Why am I so slow? I do love the animation of him holding the pike. That is fun. But why am I so slow? But yeah, if you're still on version 3.0.18, or any version that has a necromancy start, this is how you can get to, I believe, level 12 within just 5 minutes. As we will demonstrate here in a second with our good boy Ralph. I feel like an Argonian would be a good base. Just because of the whole warrior nature of them, plus that animation looks so cool. So, we are level 1. I believe Pike is two-handed, so we're just going throwing some random skills. Light armor, Wayfarer, maybe alchemy to a degree, definitely smithing, and why not restoration? Answer point of speech. It does look sick. Poison build, pike wielding, lusty Argonian who collects toes. That is perfect. I love it. So that means we do need to get a restoration up, because that's where poison spells are. In that case, we also need to get alchemy up. Alright, we went from level 1 to level 10 within 5 minutes. Do with that information what you will. You know what? We'll make this guy a lone wolf too. No companions with this guy. He is strictly a lone Argonian. I just love the afro. I love how freakishly tall and intimidating he looks, but deep down, he just likes feet. No, Rick. No companions because he doesn't want to share in it. He wants all of the toes for himself. He hoards them like a collection. He's an addict. He can't share in it. He has to hoard it all to himself. See? Ilman gets it. Oh man, I don't know. I don't know if I should continue as Arender, or we just keep developing Ralph for a bit. Yes, we are going to get the goat. But we will get the goat another time. Tell you what, I'm going to release a poll on the channel, and it's going to be if you guys want me to continue as Arender, or this is actually a good screenshot right here. I don't know what's going on with that, but we're going to add the UI. And I'm going to take the photo. Yeah. Yeah, Thomas, just I don't know either. This game is just this is Skyrim. This is Skyrim. Yes, Arender who? We're just immediately forgetting the Wood Elf character. Ralph is his new stream character. But man, I just love, one, how good this game is, two, how in this 1-2 hour stream we have devolved from a sense of reason to an Argonian with a foot fetish, all because Rick talked about Danes and Swedes hating each other. So Rick, this is entirely on you, my man. This is entirely on you. You're the reason why we have an Argonian with a foot fetish. If I don't get some sort of flack from YouTube because of this whole stream, I think we all got away scot-free, except for Rick, who's on the couch for the next month. Doing it again. Alright then, on that note. On that note, we're ending it here. That there's no beating that. There's no going past that. And we're still talking about weird laws. Okay. In West Virginia, if a refrigerator exceeds 2 feet in height, is abandoned, all entry doors must be removed. Failure to comply with this law can result in a fine up to $200 or 6 months in jail. That is another good note to end this stream on. Weird laws. Oh, I love this crazy little crowd that we have going on here. This is just beautiful. Well, on that note, I'm going to end the stream here so I can have some sense of stability left in my life afterwards. I will probably be back with Ralph on either the 15th or the 29th. Most likely the 29th because I'll be recording Eric on the 15th. You better not regret anything, man, or I will hunt you down. But I'll be back with Eric on the 5th, not the 15th, probably the 18th or 19th. Don't want to give an exact time frame, but no stream on the 15th, stream again on the 29th, most likely with Ralph. Thanks a lot, Rick. Noble. I'm trying to sign off here. And you hit me with that. I hope everyone has a good rest of your day. Thank you, Ulam. Thank you. I will definitely try to have a good rest of the day. I'm going to eat some food. I'm going to let my dog out, and I'm probably going to play some EU4 for myself because I need to forget the last 5 minutes of the stream. Thank you, Noble. Thank you for that. But I hope you all have a good rest of your day and a good beginning to your weeks. We will be back with Ralph on the 29th. And until then, I've been Type 1 Dragon. You have all been awesome. Rick, I will hunt you down because you made me do this. Go and get your Ben and Jerry's for your wife so I could get off the couch, man. But you all been awesome. And until next time, Persaw Wundun. Safe travels.